Good Thursday, everyone. It's Weather for Weather Geeks time as we roll through another pretty good-looking afternoon out there after a chilly start. Today is shaping up to be a lot like yesterday, with temperatures middle and upper 60s. On the surface map today, we have a big dome of high pressure, which is up over just north of the Great Lakes, between the Great Lakes and Hudson Bay. Now, this high is going to drift south and east as we head towards the end of the week and into the weekend, and as it takes up a position off the East Coast, the flow around high pressure is always clockwise, and so that means a southwest wind will start to develop eventually, and that will bring us the much advertised warm-up for Saturday. We might be flirting with 80 before Saturday afternoon is through. A little more on Saturday and the whole weekend in just a second. Again, temperature-wise this afternoon, we're below average, but it's still awfully nice outside. Temperatures as we head into the 2 o'clock hour, 67 in Youngstown, 68 Akron, Canton, 60s, mid-60s down towards Pittsburgh. They're flirting with 70 down in Columbus, lower 70s in Cincinnati this afternoon. And much like yesterday, we do have these kind of puffy, fair weather cumulus clouds around. These are innocuous clouds, no big deal at all. Taking a look at the rest of the country, we do have a couple of trouble spots out there. Our tropical moisture has spread east into parts of Texas, and a few showers up into parts of the Plain States this afternoon. That's keeping a lid on temperatures out there. They avoided a big flooding problem in Arizona and New Mexico as originally feared. This moisture became a little less organized than it could have been, so thankfully not a huge deal from the tropical moisture out in the southwest. Again, if we're looking for warmth this afternoon, you've got to head down into the southern tier of states, especially where it's not raining. Otherwise, this map looks kind of like more like late September rather than mid-September. Check out the temperatures north of the border up in Canada behind our front. It's an afternoon where it's no higher than the 40s in much of southeastern Canada and even in parts of Michigan this afternoon. It's only 50 degrees up north in Michigan this afternoon. It's in the 40s still in Wisconsin. So that's where the chilly air is. This front is losing steam, though, as it comes south, so we're not going to see a big temperature change here. In fact, tomorrow will probably be a little bit warmer than today. So really no influence from that front in terms of our weather here across the Mahoning and Shenango valleys. All right, so let's cover the rest of the week then. We'll bring up our latest NAM model. We're going to skip ahead to tomorrow morning. I think tomorrow's going to be a nice day. Notice nothing on the predicted radar in the morning, and then I'll go ahead and skip ahead to late in the day tomorrow, to tomorrow evening. High school football doing just fine, nothing expected. But the next front is lurking out here to the west, and this is what the radar will look like tomorrow evening. This is what's coming our way eventually for Sunday. But until it gets here, we're in great shape here across eastern Ohio and western PA. A real quick detour, a little climatology here for the year so far. These are the temperature anomalies globally since the first day of January. It has been a chilly 2014 in much of North America, especially east of the Rockies. Notice this big negative anomaly from the Front Range all the way pretty much to the east coast of the U.S. It's one of the coldest spots on the whole globe for the year so far. There's been some cooler than average weather in much of South America as well, northern Australia, and the southern half of Africa has been a little cooler than average, as well as parts of the Mideast. But there have been some warm spots. Alaska's had a warmer than average 2014. Parts of Asia as well, and of course the west coast of the U.S., California, Washington, Oregon, Nevada. It's been a very warm year there, but big time temperature anomaly on the negative side from the prairies of Canada right down towards the east coast of the U.S. So I just thought that was kind of interesting to show you. All right, so as we head into the weekend, here is Saturday evening. Sorry if there's a little hiccup in the recording here. I hit a button I shouldn't have, and so this might seem a little weird. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and talk about the upcoming weekend across eastern Ohio and western PA. This is the GFS model for Saturday evening. We're going to get in the YSU game dry. It's a 7 o'clock kick. Showers and maybe even some thunder. Chicago approaching Detroit by 8 o'clock Saturday evening. As we head into the overnight, Saturday night, probably after midnight, we'll get a shower and maybe a rumble of thunder. And, it looks like Sunday is certainly not a washout, and if the timing is to be believed on the GFS, and it has the support of some of the other models, this will be mostly a morning and maybe early afternoon thing on Sunday. We're going to see a drying trend from west to east, I think, Sunday afternoon. So the best part of Sunday likely to be deeper into the afternoon as compared to the morning and the midday. Our front swings through then. Maybe we get a leftover shower late Sunday into Sunday night, but it won't be as common as it was earlier Sunday with the front. And then a real shot of Arctic air, or I shouldn't say Arctic air, but chilly October-like air for the first part of next week. This is Monday. Maybe there's a lake effect rain shower here and there. Otherwise, it looks like a variably cloudy and cool day. Temperature staying in the 60s. Middle of next week, pretty uneventful. A little clipper system moves through parts of upstate New York. No big deal for us. And then high pressure looks to set up camp for the rest of next week. It looks awfully quiet again for the second half of next week, with a bit of a warming trend as well. Longer range temperatures here, based on the climate forecast system model. This is a 10-day chunk we're looking at here from the morning of the 23rd through the morning of October 3rd. The country almost divided in half here. Chillier than average east, much warmer than average during that 10-day period for the West Coast, the Intermountain West, and heading up into the prairies of Canada as well. But then there should be a gradual shift in the pattern as we go into October, at least according to the latest runs of the CFS model. We'll see what some of the other models have to say, but if this were to be believed, as we go through that first and second week of October, there may be a pattern shift that brings some of the warmth to the east. So if you're a little tired of the below average temperatures, not quite ready to give up on summer just yet, well, we've got Saturday to hang our hat on, and maybe we have a nice warm up for early October to hang our hat on. Stay tuned. We'll have more on that, of course, as we get closer to October. Thank you for watching Weather for Weather Geeks on this Thursday. I hope you'll join me for another edition of Geeks tomorrow afternoon. In the meantime, have a great rest of your day.